Hello, everyone, and good afternoon, and welcome to this talk where we'll discuss how of which feature that we introduced to improve the order taking to the meal preparation and how it would improve the dispatch from the restaurant room to the kitchen. And as a restaurant owner, you might be able to relate to the following situation. So it's a Saturday night, it's full house, your restaurant is fully booked, the waiters are running around to keep up with the orders, trying to give your guests really a wonderful night. And in the meantime, the kitchen is buzzing to serve all the guests in time. What is important in that situation? Well, communication. Without a proper communication between the dining room and the kitchen, your orders might have to wait too long to be served. Your guests will have an impact, or it will have an impact on your guests. The kitchen, they don't know what will come in the next for the next orders, so they don't know really what to prepare, what they can already do in advance. And that's exactly the use case of why we introduce courses in Odoo 19. Hi everyone, my name is Lieselot. I'm a business analyst at Odoo, and during this talk, we'll discover all about this new feature. Let's talk about courses. I would also invite you to scan the QR code on the screen so we can, if you have questions, you can ask them and we can answer them at the end of the talk. Now, courses. Courses, like if you go to a restaurant and you're a guest, you look to the menu and you often already know what you want for starters, mains, maybe already something for dessert. And so you communicate this to the waiter. But now with courses, what is easy, as a waiter, you can take the full order. You can already decide what you want for drinks. Afterwards, you can see that we have a new button in our simplified cart, which is a course button. And you can indicate that the products that will come afterwards are the ones for the second course. The same we can do for the ice creams, for instance. We indicated that it's a third course, and thus it can come at a later stage. Afterwards, we press on the left side bottom of our screen, we press order, and all our products will be immediately sent to our kitchen, informing them what they will have to prepare, not immediately, but later on. After we pressed or pushed the order button, our view will slightly change, and now our course 1 will be indicated as fire, meaning this can already be served, and the rest will still have to wait. Now our view has not only changed on the course 1, also the left side of our screen has changed. And now you can see that it's not only order, but fire course 2. So we can introduce or we can inform the kitchen that they can start preparing this second course. And the same as with course 1, when we press fire course 2, also course 2 will be indicated as fired. So it's really easy because we can really send everything at once, and then as the night goes or as the lunch goes, we can fire course by course and inform the kitchen that they can start preparing. But of course, not only for the kitchen, for the waiters, this is an improvement also the kitchen, because they get all those information in the kitchen display, and they have a clear overview of what they will have to prepare, and they get informed when to start on some things. But imagine dishes that they have a longer preparation time. For instance, a lasagna might have to be some minutes in the oven. You can already start doing so it's at the same time ready as all your other dishes. The courses in combination with the filter on the left side, it helps you to structure all your products together. For instance, here on the screen, we see that over 2 courses or over 2 orders, we have to make 4 ice creams. So we can already take those things together and we can make 4 ice creams at once if this can be combined, of course, for the 2 tables together. Now, enough talking for me. I think the best way to show is just by going to Odoo and do a demo about it. And here we have our floor plan, where we always have an overview of the tables which are used. If I want to see all the tables or all the orders that are running, I can simply go and have a look at all my orders. And I will use these orders to show some use cases of how we can use courses. So if I go back to my tables, I see that I still had a reservation to come, and he arrived at my restaurant. So I check him in. Sophia has entered my restaurant, and she will be seated at table 2. Now, she already knows what she wants to drink, so she would like some Coca-Cola and a water. I add it to my cart, and just by indicating the course button, I can already take what she wants next. So she would like a cheeseburger with some sweet potato fries, as well as a pasta bolognese. Now, she is maybe fancying a dessert, but she doesn't know yet. So she just tells me, okay, I maybe order it later on. I just order it already. Now, because of the preset of dine-in, of which you saw maybe in an earlier talk, I can now indicate with how many people they are, and also the kitchen is informed about that. We heard the kitchen display, the ping of the kitchen display, so it means that there is a new order incoming, and there we have it, table 2, 2 persons which are seated, it's a dine-in, and this timer has already started running, meaning this course can come, this course is already fired. My second course of the main dishes is still pending, so I still have to wait to start preparing this one. The drinks, I can easily bring them to the table, so I'll indicate them as ready, and thus my waiter knows he can start collecting the drinks to bring them to the table. 44 minutes, I think they're already served, so let them put them in completed. Now, of course, this was a simple new order where I indicated a full new order to one table. But the same goes if you already have some courses fired. And for instance, one of the guests ordered the mozzarella sandwich, but actually he changed his mind and he would like to have something else. That's, of course, also possible. In this case, my course hasn't been fired, so I can just click on my product, change the quantity, and maybe he would like something else. He wants now a pizza funghi, and I add it to my cart as well. I can still order it without, and I indicate with how many people they are, and without firing this course, I just updated my cart, and also the kitchen display is now informed about this. Now, in the meantime, I took an order for table 2. I changed the order of table 4. But table 6 is also is ready. They like their iced teas, and now they would like to start their main dishes. So I fire course 2. And again, my kitchen display is informed, so we'll have a look at the changes there. I go again in my to cook phase, and there we have table 6, where I have now my club sandwich and my lunch maki, which is fired, and my iced tea, which I already served. As soon as I start preparing an order, I can indicate that I'm occupied with doing so, and someone else can maybe start preparing the lunch maki. If they're both ready, they will appear in the ready stage, informing my waiter to pick it up and to give it to the table. Now I do have another table here, which is table 3, and let's say that they already had their everything ready and they would like to pay. So I can easily go into payment, or I can split the payment if they want, and I can already pay my Coca-Cola and my main dish. And if they would like to take another course, I can simply add also an extra course to it and still add also an ice cream, for instance, and order it as well. And there we go. So we can easily change courses, change orders, and add orders. We can do a split payment in the meantime as well, add some extra products to it, and the kitchen will always be informed, knowing what they will have to make. Now, if I go back to my kitchen display, I didn't show the filters yet. Here I see that it's cancelled because I paid it before I ordered it, but here we go. And here we see our overview of the different products I have in my cart. I see here one cheeseburger to make, but if I would create a new order, for instance, for table 8, and I will make sure that they also order a cheeseburger, there with 4, then I can use the filters to see that over 2 tables I have to make 5 cheeseburgers in total, which makes it easy for the kitchen to maybe already know that they have to create some things, take some things together, and that they don't have to make a cheeseburger and 2 minutes later start preparing another one. Now, what happens when I take an order? And for instance, I forget to press, I start taking iced tea extra and ice cream and a chocolate tart. But actually the ice creams and the chocolate tart, they should be for the next course, and my iced tea, I want still in my second course. I can still push the course button, and I can just move easily my product to the desired course. And there we go, we can send it to the kitchen, and again, they are informed. But even better, if I start taking an order, and I forgot, and my the guests in my restaurant, they say, oh, but actually we also want to to have an appetizer platter, but you already indicated course 1. What can you do is you can simply say, okay, then I will transfer my full course to the second course, and I will take a new course, a new product in my appetizer, and again inform the kitchen about it and indicate with how many people they are. So super easy. The waiter is informed, the kitchen is informed, and you can both collaborate way better. The waiter doesn't have to needless run to the kitchen to inform them or to ask some things. They can all be in line, and your guests can have a wonderful night at your restaurant. So to sum up, the use of courses can leads to better communication, which leads to higher efficiency and in overall a smoother service, and thus a better and a happier guest at your restaurant. This was everything about courses. I invite you to scan the QR code to ask your questions, and I'm be happy to answer them for you.
Thank you, Liesla, for this nice presentation. So we have a couple of questions here. The first one would be, can we log with badge instead of code, PIN code?
Yeah, you can indeed also have an employee with a badge and then use that badge to enter or to open the session of your restaurant.
Okay, link to that one. If it's a magnetic badge, does it work also?
Exactly.
If it's a magnetic badge?
Magnetic. I think RFID, but I'm not sure. So I would suggest to go to the POS booth, but I think it should. They think it works,
but
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure.
To be sure.
Yeah,
but, okay.
exactly.
Can you add to a course that has already been confirmed?
Yes, exactly. You can also, we can maybe go back to the DB to show. And here we have, for instance, our course 1 with the drinks. If I would like to add some extra drinks, I can also add them, send them to my kitchen display, and then there will be a new updated course, as you saw, with the drinks. I don't know where, maybe I should clear my filters. And there we have in table 4, course 1 with the 2 extra strips.
Cool. How is the way to notify that a dish is ready?
When a dish is ready, you can simply put it in the ready phase. It will not be an information on the POS itself, so the waiter will not see it here. But actually, it's super easy when you have your smartphone with you, that you just have a POS view and as well the kitchen display. And you can easily switch and see if some dishes are in the ready phase, so they can be picked up. They don't have to necessarily go to the kitchen to be informed and to see the screen there.
Easy peasy. I'm just trying a little more. Why can we do upsales or cross sales on the waiter screen? Can suggestions appear for him to propose to the customer?
Exactly, that's possible. So if we go for that, we have to go in the backend and go to a product. And for instance, what product do we have here that for instance, with the appetizer platter, let me check where it is. Here, I would like to suggest to also serve a drink. So I can here add a product to it and a Coca-Cola. And now my waiter will be informed that maybe he has to propose also giving a Coca-Cola to my to this dish, and he's notified. He can say, oh, maybe you would fancy a cola with your appetizer platter, and you can both add it to the cart.
Okay. Why always indicate the number of guests after every new dish entered in the same table?
No, actually, it's only for when you didn't order it yet. But I put the orders in advance and I didn't order them yet.
Okay, that was a follow-up question. What if we created a combo including a starter and a meal? Can we send it separately in course 1 and course 2?
If you can, but then you will have to manually add the one of the products to the other course. So I can show you here, for instance, people. If I take a sushi lunch combo, I add some water exactly, and then you add a course. Then you can say that, for instance, the water has to come in the second course, and then you can still add a tab, my name, and order it.
Perfect. Was pretty clear. There's no other questions. So thank you
Okay.
for the presentation.
Thank you.